Yeah, Swallow was in here trying to defend that flying dildo.
I don't know. It's kind of indefensible, really. It really is. It doesn't even like I showed earlier. The door of that capsule is thinner than the door of a 747. You know that how he came up to it with a crank. If you look at it, it's only a quarter of an inch thick. A 747 door is like 4 to 5 times more thicker than that, and it's only going at 30,000 feet.
Dude, they even said that the windows were too big. Yeah, he was all trying to defend. I'm like, dude, they opened up the door and then closed it, and then used a special tool to open up the door. I don't even know that. Yeah, I don't know how you guys are believing this stuff. Seriously. This illusion cannot be this strong that people still believe that. I mean,
You know, there
and
is
they
a lot of fluoride in the water, brother.
and they were supposed to be up there in spacesuits where they were like, showing cleavage and stuff. Whatever.
Yeah, we could really call them like Transformers, because didn't the Transformers come to space and they all look trans?
They are trans.
They all look trans. Every single one of them people that went in that rocket looked trans. They all had an Adam's apple. Even Jeff Bezos' woman, she's the one that looked the most trans.
We call them Decepticons. Robots in disguise. You know you wanted to say it.
I see this guy Matt Lump down there all day. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Bring your fucking ass up here, bro. There must be something funny that you're laughing about down there, and I want to know what it is. Matt Lump. Sounds almost like Mike Johnson.
He's a flat earther.
He's a flat earther.
Oh, I figured he was, because he was laughing at like everything we were saying.
Peter learned a new word tonight. Lover line.
Lover line. Uh-oh. Here comes Mr. Flying Dildo himself. It's Swallow.
He showed.
Oh, did Shane drop down to listen?
Swallow, what is your number one proof of why Earth is a globe?
Is that you, Phantom, was it?
Yeah, good evening or good morning. I know you're definitely not in my time zone.
It's about lunchtime over here.
Well, good afternoon. What is your number
Yes, good.
one proof that Earth is a globe?
My number one proof is that for every latitude degree that you move, the sun will repitch 1 degree each time. So when you go to the equator, the sun rises 90 degrees straight up, goes straight overhead to exactly overhead, and it will set 90 degrees. Now, if you come down to where I am, you'll find that the sun sets, it peels to the left, whereas if you're up in America where you are, the sun sets peels to the right. It's undeniable, and it's one of the things that shook Jainism to the core when he was down at Punta Arenas. He noticed that the sun was going the wrong direction in Punta Arenas. That shook him. Even Whitsitt was making excuses while he was looking at it.
So what did Whitsitt say about it?
Whitsitt was like, "What? I don't get it. What? What do you mean it's over there? What?" And then he said, "It must be coffee cup container or something like that, coffee cup caustic." So he was making excuses, but he didn't understand why the sun was setting like almost at south. It was like southwest, you know, and it rose at south east. So the sun only dipped for like about 3 hours on the southern end.
So say that is happening. How does that make the Earth into a ball?
Fucking geometry, man. It's fucking geometry.
How is that geometry?
And while you're talking to me, Brian,
How is
are
that?
you going to apologize for the fact that the actual latch can be opened from the inside of the Blue Origin from yesterday? Because you know, I've shown you a video. You can open it.
You know, first of all, no one's denied there's latch in the place. Again, they opened up the door before they were able to unlock it. With the special tool, they need to unlock it. Again, for the 1,000th time. So anyway, get off of that. You owe me an apology.
I was proven right. I was proven right. You were proven wrong.
You weren't proven anything.
I showed you a video. I
I
proved
never
you
said there
wrong.
wasn't a latch on the inside.
Oh, yes, you did. You
No,
said
I
multiple
did
times there's no latch.
No, I
You said multiple.
again. I said they weren't able to open the door from the inside until it was unlocked by Jeff Bezos and his magical key. Then they could open the door, but they opened it too early. That's what I said. It's a recorded space. Go back and listen.
Thanks for muting me. Thanks for muting me. You're wrong.
But Swallow, we've been saying what Brian just said is what we have been saying since day one. We've never changed.
You've got to prove to me that Jeff Bezos even unlocked it. It's only a handle. You were wrong yesterday, Brian. You were wrong.
No,
and you
it was
kept
not.
making a fool of yourself and
Well, I
blocking me.
tagged you in a video directly showing that Bezos was
kept-
waiting to unlock it with the tool. Our whole
Tim,
premise here is that
Tim,
they
I
unlocked
saw
it
that.
prior.
Dude, you sound like a fool, Swallow. You sound like
TM, I saw your video.
Total
It kept
rage.
repeating the prior opening. That's all it did. There was nothing in it about a
The
lock.
door, when that
There
thing
was
touched
nothing in
down
it
a few
about
minutes
anything
after,
locking.
they opened the door from the inside. They needed that
Yeah,
key
you
to
can
open
open it
He
from the
needed to
inside.
unlock it. Yes, we're not denying that.
You can open
What
it
we're
from
saying
the
is,
inside with emergency
so what was the
opening.
purpose? Tell me, what was the purpose of Bezos stepping up there with that tool to unlock it? What was the purpose in that?
I said that yesterday. I said that yesterday. He wanted to hug his wife in front of the cameras. Come on.
So can you, all right, link that to me, because right now that's your opinion.
Well, that's
Can
on
you
the
give me
primary
the
video.
evidence?
You see him
Do you have
opening up
the
the hatch
evidence?
and his wife comes out. That's what he wants
Do you
to
have
do.
the
you sound
evidence?
like a fool.
That his wife was first to come out to hug him.
So
Of
back
course.
up your
That's
position.
obvious.
Right now you're giving me your opinion. That's cool. Fine. Give me the evidence that backs up.
But that's true facts.
Your opinion is not facts. Sorry. If it's facts, you would have presented them.
No, the facts are exactly what I told you are the facts. All right? They weren't supposed to open up the door.
For a minute.
No, there was no reason for him to go up there with some special tool. They opened the door, then they said, "Oh shit," and closed the door. Then Jeff Bezos went up there with his magical rod and unlocked the door so they could open it. There was no reason for him to do that if they could just open the door.
But first, before he did all that,
Yeah, I know,
fell
because he
down.
was fussing around, okay? He was
Now-
fussing about trying to make it look like he did it.
You sound like a fool. So get
What are you
back
talking
again.
about?
So
Jeff Bezos.
now that we've got to the point where you're inconsolable about this and you refuse to watch the video and accept it, get back to the point where you think that looking up what the sun does turns us into a ball. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll move on. Can you rephrase that question? Sorry, my partner just came up and I was talking. So, can you rephrase that last question?
Because the sun did some crazy thing. Because you don't understand perspective around, your country of Australia versus.
Yeah, because I live it every day.
That somehow that turned us into a ball. How? And then you said geometry.
Yeah, it's geometry. It's because of geometry, right? Because where I live, right, the
Does-
sun is
how does
always
that-
setting on a 38-degree angle.
That can happen on a flat plane.
But it can. So,
A sun
okay,
float around a flat plane every single time, man. There's
Okay.
every single whatever you say in the sky, it can 100% happen over a flat plane. So how does looking up at the sun and doing whatever you think is going on there turn the Earth into a ball?
except for the fact that the actual sun goes underneath the ground.
But it doesn't.
It fucking well, technically, even from the
No,
globe, it doesn't go
a
under the
straw man
ground.
swallow. That's a
No,
straw
it's
man
not.
swallow. That's your
No, it's not.
misunderstanding of
underneath-
reality. We can
On a
demonstrate
globe,
an
the sun goes
object.
underneath the actual
We can
globe.
demonstrate it. It's perspective. That's all it is.
Again and again
Perspective is one of the
and
weakest
again-
answers.
and again, Swallow, you're still getting away from trying to get it to turn into a ball. You keep on wanting to say we do this and we do that. Doesn't matter what we think or whatever. Tell us how the sun turns us into a ball. And you said geometry, and that's the only geometry you can go with is I don't know. What are you going to go with? You have to go with the shape of the Earth. Looking up at the sun still ain't going to do anything.
My mute counts up to 3.
Yeah, it's because you keep on going off on tangents about not proving the shape of the Earth.
I'm just trying to communicate, and boom, I'm muted straight away. So many times I try to answer your question, boom, muted straight away. This is a very, very big problem because you don't want me to speak. You don't want to listen to me.
Damn, where's conspiracy when you need him?
You don't.
Well, this is a conspiracy. The fact that you always want to stop me from talking.
Just getting back onto topic and showing us how.
Yeah, I will. But can you stop fucking muting me?
Because you keep on getting off topic and talking about stuff that isn't proving the shape of the Earth.
What are you talking about? I just literally said that the sun goes underneath the ground. You muted me.
How the shape of the Earth is proven by the sun. You keep on going on this.
Okay, so look, I'll ask you a question, right? So if it is a flat Earth, right?
You got to ask me a question.
No. I don't want to try to straw man you.
The way the sun goes around Australia proves the shape.
I don't want to try to straw man you, so I want to ask you a simple question.
The sun goes around Australia in Punta Serenas, it proves that we're a ball. How?
Yeah, because of the angle.
Angle of what? It can happen over a flat plane.
If you're in Punta
How is it looking at the sun?
Can you let me talk?
Look, bro, I'm trying to clarify my question for you.
Can I mute you?
I'm trying to clarify my question, and you keep interrupting me. All right? Stop it. You kept on saying that the sun proves the shape of the Earth, and you're saying this has to do with angles. How is this possible?
Yes. Are you going to listen to me now? Are you going to listen to me? Yes?
Go for it, Swallow.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Now, yes, if you're in Punta Arenas, right, at noon, right, at lunchtime, what will happen is the sun is over your northern side. It's
Still
pointing
gonna
north.
Flat plane.
Fuck, let me talk.
I want you to prove the shape of the
I
Earth.
am trying to fucking talk, Brian, and you keep talking.
It can happen over a flat plane. That's not proving the shape of the Earth.
Just fucking stop, Brian. Let me fucking talk. This is your problem. You don't listen. Do you want me to finish my sentence or?
All right, come on now. You're dragging it. Just hurry up, dude.
Well, can you shut Brian up for 10 seconds?
No, he can't.
Have some fucking respect. He's the host. Come on.
Well,
now.
he keeps
No
butting
one
in.
can stop me, man. I'm a madman.
Stop. Brian, stop. Okay,
You're not proving the shape of the Earth. You're
for fuck's sake.
You're trying to put a position of the sun to the shape of the
Just
Earth.
stop. Crying out loud. Can I actually talk?
Yeah. Finish.
Thank you.
Continue.
Okay. So if you're in Punta Arenas at lunchtime, right, the sun will be on your northern side. Now, as it goes towards a sunset, it will peel towards the south. Now, according to your flat earth model, and this is why I wanted to ask you a question too, because I don't want to straw man you, right? Because I would hate to straw man you. I'd hate to give you a flat earth math that you don't believe in,
Get on
right?
with it.
But So it's in the north and it goes towards the southwest. That's going the opposite direction to where the flat Earth model wants it. On the flat Earth model, your sun peels around towards Australia and towards America, right? It peels right. On the flat Earth, in Punta Arenas, it peels left. There's even a video of like Sovereign Unchained Souls saying, if it peels left, we're on a globe. If it peels right, we're on a flat Earth. There you go.
Can I ask you something? Is this whole premise, is this under the premise that the sun is a physical object?
No, well,
It
still,
doesn't fucking matter. It
even
doesn't
Yes, it
before
matter.
does.
that,
It
That's where
goes in
you
a different
apply
direction.
geometry.
hold on, real quick. Okay, so what? It did all that. It can happen over a flat plane. What the sun does, how did that make the Earth into a ball?
Damn, I wish I had those buttons that could make the laughing shit. That was a pause for laughter right there. Like this was a talk show. Fuck.
You were talking about the position of a sun that, by the way, is an apparent position for everybody. But
When was I muted?
regardless of the fact, wherever the position of the sun is and whatever it is doing, it is the sun doing all of that. How does that turn our Earth under our feet into a ball?
Yeah. You can't think in 3D space, can you?
I can think in a lot of space, except
Okay.
for
Yeah,
you.
well, it's
Except
probably
for
all
vac-
space up in your
except for
brain.
vacuum, because no one can exist in that, because
Fucking don't change the subject.
I'm not
I
changing.
know you love going back to your
I
vacuums, but
asked
you're
you
trying to
how
ask a
this
certain question, and I'm
improves the
answering
shape
it.
of the Earth.
I look, one of the things I was telling you before, right? If you put 180 people at all of the latitude lines and you got them all to watch the sunset at the same time, they would all see the sunset 180 different ways. They wouldn't all look the same. And you will find that depending on where you are, it will set a particular angle which matches your latitude. If you are
So?
30 degrees south, it will set 30 degrees off kilter. Do you understand?
That doesn't produce any curvature.
Fuck, it does.
It
It
doesn't.
does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
Okay. Let me break that up. I muted you. That wasn't Brian. Because y'all just keep going back and forth like second graders. It does, it doesn't, it does, it doesn't. Okay,
It
let's
does-
move on.
What's
Because
up?
it does. And Brian doesn't want to accept it. He doesn't want to accept it.
It doesn't, but you don't want
It
to
does.
accept it. It doesn't. I
Well,
can do this. I can do
Draw
this.
it on a fucking pad. Use some fucking 3D geometry.
I will
Use
not
your
give in
brain.
to this.
Do
I will
something.
not lose a fucking argument.
All you
with a
do is
child.
talk, Brian.
Ever.
That's all you do.
Ever
Talk,
will I
talk,
lose a
talk, talk.
child's argument. Never.
You never fucking model
Shut
anything.
up, dude.
You're
See,
useless.
you don't have a model of anything, dude. So
I
stop.
fucking told you yesterday I've
So
got tons of models
put
and you
a
don't model
pause in it,
anything.
dude. Stop
You talk
talking.
all day long.
I have a hand.
All right,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
get to
guys.
a-
All right, let's
What's
stop this
up?
fighting. I'm sorry, Brian. I just don't want you fighting like that.
What? I just want him to shut up so I can get over to TM. Fuck, the guy won't shut up. Fucking inconsolable child over here, man. Go ahead, TM.
Yeah. So Swallow's whole point is based on the premise that the sun's a physical object and should follow that specific geometry based on it. But the sun is an apparent light. This is why I put a post up top. I tagged Shane's post from Joe Hanby. So he just broke it down with a simple meme. How we observe the sun's line of light, the sun glint coming across the water. Two individuals will not share the same observation of that sun glint. They'll each have their own specific observation of that sun glint, showing that the sun is an apparent light. It's not a physical object. Otherwise, you would see that same line of light. Everybody would see it all at the same time. They wouldn't see their individual one. So it's like when you look up at the sky and you see a plane, right? And then somebody 10 miles away from you looks up and sees that same plane. We're both looking at that same plane at a different angle. It's physically there. It's not apparent, but the sun is. This is why we view it differently.
Hey, Tim, just so you know, right? Shane's wrong. It's fucking Joe Hamby is
Shane's
mega
no,
wrong.
sorry, Shane's
Shane is
not
100% wrong.
Johan,
Shane is
listen,
100% wrong. Now, I want to
if
tell you,
me and you swallow, hold on, let me give you a situation. Me and you are
Shane's
at the
wrong.
beach. We're looking at the sun.
Yes.
The sun's line of light is coming to you. Hell, you could take a picture of somebody staring at the sun and you won't see that line of light going to them. You're only going to see it coming to you. You do
Yeah,
not see
have
that
you
line
seen
of light. You can
Melodome's
go
video?
test it for yourself.
Have you seen Melodome's videos?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, maybe you should check out Melodome. He is an ex-flat
Maybe
earther.
just link it up top. I really don't care about going
I
into
can.
detail. Link it up top.
I can, but he's an ex-flat earther. He was a flat earther about 7 months ago, right?
There's
And
no such thing as ex-flat earthers, but continue.
yes, there fucking is.
Oh my
Jeranism is
God,
one.
this guy. There is no such thing as an ex-flat.
Jeranism's a sellout, bro.
To believe in retarded.
Steele is now ex-flat earther. Nick Havoc is now ex-flat earther. Melodome is ex-flat earther. You'll find many of them. But Melodome, right, has been taking shots of the sun for 10 months.
Talking about there's no motion. Who proved motion? Who proved curvature?
Are you changing the topic
Who
again?
proved gas pressure without containment? Who proves gravity in anything?
You change the topic again?
Who proves anything can move in a vacuum? Who proved the sun was 93 million miles away? Oh, they went down the TFE and they saw something they weren't expecting to see. Big fucking deal. You know what it didn't do? Prove any of that. There is still no motion. There is still no scientist going, oh, look at this. Now we got total motion here. There is none of that. All right. There is still nothing. There is no curvature, man. There is no magical gravity holding back a vacuum. All right. There's none of that.
Brian, I'm going to call you Tangent Man. Because you tangent so hard.
You need to come up with
Tangent. Melodome has been taking photos of the sun for 10 months. Can you stay on topic?
Swallow.
Science says it could happen.
Brian, you are the king of Na'a,
bro.
You're the king of Na'a. You didn't even think there was a hash yesterday. You're the king of Na'a.
You should look into that study because it says that atheists are fundamentally retarded. So you might want to look into it.
Yeah, well, flat earthers are fundamentally retarded too. So there you go, Brian.
Yet we're schooling you left and right, Swallow.
This dude came back with a fucking, I know you are, but what am I fucking?
Come on, Tangent. Come on, Tangent Man.
See, I'm not making some. This is a legitimate fucking study. You should look into it. I'm not even kidding, man.
Let's fucking link it. Link it. I'll link Melodome's videos for TM, and you can link this atheist of retards thing for me.
Atheists are stupid, dude. They're retarded.
Find it. I don't know where you're going to find it.
What you need to do is produce some curvature. You said some bullshit about the sun. That did not.
Okay, here you go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, I've got what we call a dumpy over here in Australia. It's an auto level. I'm sure you've used one before. You used one before.
A what?
Auto level.
An auto level.
An auto level.
An auto level. So it levels automatically?
Well, it actually doesn't automatically level, no, but they call it an auto level.
Because I got
Have you used one of those things on the building site?
I guess I got a manual one. I mean, it's just a bubble.
Are you talking about like a laser?
Yeah, that's the one. What do you call it in America?
Yeah, we just call it a level.
Just call it a level. Okay. Well, we've got two names for it in Australia. We call it auto level or dumpy.
Well, fucking another weird shit comes out of Australia. What, a dumpy? I don't even get that. But
we call it dumpy because you dump it down. You just dump it down on site and then you're working. So that's why we call it dumpy. But anyway, so
you didn't make that any better. I'm just going to let you know.
You what?
That saying didn't get any better with that explanation.
Fucking Australians have brought out fucking fantastic words, dude. We've got great comeback lines, man. What are you talking about? So anyway, so I set up my dumpy level about 41 centimeters above the ocean.
Dingoes, man.
Yeah, fucking dingoes. Yeah, they're still your babies.
Steelers.
So I set my level up 41 centimeters above the sea level, right? Or 410 millimeters, right? And I trained that thing. I leveled it all out perfectly, and I trained it on a boat. And the edge of that boat continued to creep up my crosshairs the entire time. And the waves in the distance were never anywhere near my crosshairs.
that basically proves that even like I was basically I had my knees and my elbows in the water. That's how deep I got. And that the waves never lifted up to my crosshair. That means that the land is slowly curving away.
That was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my entire
I don't
motherfucking
even know.
life.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.